Sir, just one question.
Yes, Aviral.
Yeah. So people are saying like it's like really hard, but as I opened GA1, graded assignment one, so I can see all the instructions are there. So even if you don't watch video, we can complete it, right? So that's not a problem, right?
Yes, you can complete most of the thing without watching videos.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Jiraj, I'm just curious. What if you asked an LLM the same question?
With providing access to TDS repo.
Yeah. Or even the site, but yeah, no, repo is fine. Sure. You know,
But
it'll be
it doesn't have
interesting.
context to the questions that is there in GA1, right?
Doesn't matter. Let's see. And also, there's a mic button. Maybe you could even speak to it.
It already have got this context. Okay, so this repository contains content for different modules that is as part of tools in data science. Is will I be able to solve all the questions that is there in graded assignment of module 1 without going through videos?
Yeah, after it transcribes and after we submit it, let us see what answer it gives. Go ahead, maybe submit. The black button on the bottom right is the one that yeah. Sure. And while that runs, you can maybe. I think that constitutes an answer.
Yes, sir. My only thing was like people are like scaring so much, like it's very hard, very hard. That's like that's the main thing.
Got you. Maybe Chiraj, you can ask it that as well.
Once I understand the reason, I can prepare it very well. But that's not the problem for that.
Jivraj, but course is difficult when teaching depends upon it, because nothing course can be any difficult. So I think we should go very slow.
Because this is a practical course, so it is required to be uh, integrated all the learners, because the level of the learners are different. Some are from the coding background, they will feel easier. Some are not from the coding background, they will feel difficult. So it is a good balance is required in between. And the second thing I will request, the path of the learning should also be defined. What should be the previous one and what should be the next one? Yeah, because a number of commands are required to be remembered here also.
Yeah, in Studio. It was more about the session planning. So what I was going to ask it was,
But while solving these questions, I have gone through this video one by one, and that helped me to solve these. Otherwise, there are different commands like HTML things, the CSS and all that I am not aware about. So I'm just following the video and then solving it one by one. That is helping me. But the pace is not fast. I am right now till half of the questions, but yeah, that's helped me if I will go through the video and solve afterwards.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, sir. Apology that I got delay for 10 minutes. Can you just let me know what has been done?
So far, we haven't done anything. We just asked GPT about if I can do all the assignments without going through the videos that is present on tools in data science. That's one of the student asks.
Okay, sir. I have already installed the two packages, that is Gemini and OpenAI. Now, what we have to install, sir?
That is related to LLM CLI, right?
No, sir. I last attended Ritik Roshan's session, and what he told that you have to install these two LLM, Gemini and OpenAI, and he tell me that you pass this question in the command line, and if you get that answer, that means you have installed properly. I have installed both of them properly. Now, what next we have to install, sir? I am just asking that.
Yeah. Okay. So you have tested it by sending some prompt.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Both are working fine.
Okay. So today we are planning to go through this GitHub setup.
One more question. So what we have planned in this, I think, TDS portal. Could you explain what is the path? The first one, second one, third one. Is it serially 1, 2, 3, 4, or we are jumping from 1 to 4th and 4th to second, like that? And the structure of the utility of this, like UV, we installed UV. Somewhere we installed Homebrew. Somewhere we installed LLM. So what are the structures which are related to our course content? Just to explain theoretically, so that we can correlate.
Okay. So
Some Python tools are there, like here. Editors are there. CSS selectors are there. How these are?
Yes,
Suppose
yes.
we are taking 4, 5, 6 something in week 1 and 2 or 3, like that. So how these are related theoretically? We are just copying what you are command giving, just UV tools, set keys, like that, and just this command, that command. We are doing. It is working. No, fine. But we are not understanding what we are planning to do, what is our goal, and how it is related to each other. Just explain this also when we proceed further, so that we can understand also, not to just to memorize the commands and just copy by going through the videos.
Okay, so probably at this stage you might find these things are unconnected, but later while doing projects or in later weeks you will see how these things are connected. So UV, you use it for running uh, Python scripts or installing packages and all those things. And LLM, it's a CLI tool which lets you talk with the models via CLI usage basically. So over here you use the web version, but using LLM CLIs also you can do it. Maybe it's not that useful in later weeks, but yeah, you will get to know about how these things are. Most of these are not related to each other, but they collectively gets used in the throughout the course.
Okay. Just in the code, is it editable code? It is dynamically changing.
Which
So
one?
at least, suppose just say AI code editor. Suppose AI code editor.
Yeah.
Or Unicode. Go to the Unicode. Just go to the Unicode. Okay. The video with yeah. The Unicode is explaining, right. Just like that, other codes are somewhere we are seeing only codes are there. The explanation of that is not there. Perhaps okay, what is the utility of this? In the Unicode it is there. Explain. They have explained in the first paragraph. Like here, Chrome Dev Tools.
I would request we can just copy and just ask something about Chat GPT also.
But these
We
videos
can
are
learn,
That is the ultimate solution.
yeah, we can
Ultimately,
learn along with Chat GPT also. Copy the
yeah.
code and just see the results, what he says.
But that gives me many results
we can
that
we
comes.
can only learn by our practice and videos and everything.
Yeah.
Only solution is, yeah, sir can teach us, sir can show us the roadmap, but we have to practice. That's the only solution.
Yeah. That's I want. Okay, roadmap. Okay, what
Yeah.
should we select? Suppose 10 questions, 10 answers are coming from the chat GPT. So what should we select? This is my roadmap should be there.
But first we should summarize this all the points, no, from ChatGPT. Then we can understand what it is telling. You cannot
Yeah,
simply.
okay.
That's what we wanted
Okay.
that thing. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Let's
Okay.
learn along. Yes.
Okay, let us proceed one by one.
And gentle reminder, Jivraj, to forward more questions to ChatGPT, please, whenever possible.
As part of different modules are linked with each other. Something like this. Yeah, so this is version control that you require because you need to create repos, and you would also, if you decide to do collaboration with other students, so this is a way to go about. And then command line tools are just small commands that does a lot of things. So this is why you can just use bash, shell script, awk, and grep and sed. So these are, in the sense, very little, very few line of code that does a lot of things, and this is for cleaning up mostly. And then Python, it's a programming language, and there are multiple packages that we use as part of this course. And then databases is for storing and querying a database. Then this Docker, this you require for deploying an application that you have created and containerizing it. And this is,
What Dockers do? Dockers?
yeah, that is for deploying your application. So, I mean, if you let me continue with GitHub setup, later we can discuss about the Docker as well, which is as part of week 2.
Okay.
So why Git is required? So that is to version your code. So first you will have to install Git, which you go here if you are using Windows, and this is where you can download Git depending on what architecture you are using. And then if it is Mac OS, then this is how you can install it, and if it is Linux, then this is how you install it. So on my machine, I have just set up WSL with Ubuntu.
इस Git setup जो करना है सर, वो हमारे को ऑफिशियल स्कूल वेब पे लॉगिन करना है ईमेल को, या फिर नया ईमेल बनाना?
पर्सनल ईमेल आईडी.
Any account works.
Like your recommendation, like. Yes.
There is nothing like recommendation. You can use anything, either your own account or student email account.
Okay, so I will prefer my own account.
Yes, that works.
Homebrew is also required to be installed because in the last yesterday's sessions I was telling it will work for both Mac and Windows user both. So whether it is required for us or only this Linux will work.
If you have macOS, then this is the command that you would
Please
need
share
to.
this link. Sir, please share this
For
link.
for Mac it is compulsory, but sir was telling the homebrew is for the both. Whether it is compulsory for us also or it is not required, it will work with Linux only.
Okay, let's ask. Do I
Okay,
need
okay.
to
Child,
install
always,
Homebrew
always.
on Windows as well, or is it for Mac OS? Okay, so yeah, you don't need to install Homebrew on Windows.
Okay, thanks.
So
Okay.
but also for the Linux, we can also use my person code package manager for their Linux like apt and pacman also. Like we also do not need homebrew.
Oh, sorry, I lost you in between. And your voice is very low.
Sir, can you please share the chat which you are using today?
I'm asking that is apt is enough for maybe WSL users
Yes,
for
so that
downloading all.
is enough for most of the things.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, should we do in VirtualBox or in WSL? I have both like
WSL.
WSL. VirtualBox won't be good. Like
That is for system command. That is for some other machine
uh
you are going to work. WSL is for your own machine, Linux machine, your own laptop.
no, WSL. We are doing with Windows, right? Simultaneously with Windows. But VirtualBox is giving the full Linux in a operating system. So which one will be better, like for this course? Right?
For our course, WSL works. And if you want to install
Actually, virtual works makes the system slow because a lot of load is
But I
there.
already have. So like I don't have any issue with the VirtualBox. So
The,
yeah,
let's
the
then
problem is
go ahead with
You
VirtualBox.
you can go with that, no problem at all. If your RAM and SSD supports, no problem at all.
okay.
and if you have all the admin privilege there to install everything, then it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me start with creating a new demo or something or test one something.
Sir, it should be in C now. Downloading should be in C or anywhere.
You're talking about downloading what?
Downloading Git for Windows.
You can install it anyhow, right? It's a .exe file, right? You would have installed other .exe file as well.
How
Sir,
can we? Okay. Sir, 1 minute. How can we check that whether it is installed or not?
Okay, sure, yeah. How do I check if Git is installed on my machine? Okay, yeah, you do this. Git --- version.
Okay.
And one thing, sir,
If
we
it's not
installed Git.
installed, it will tell Git is not recognized as a command.
If you installed in the VS Code Git, and that will work for the whole, I think Linux, or it is a global or local type of thing.
Installing Git in VS Code work in
Okay, everything chat.
WSL, or do I have to do something? Yeah, so if you install it inside VS Code, and if at that time if you are using, okay, let me show you what it means.
Yeah, yeah.
So right now, if I launch code dot, so it's using. So over here you can see it's not using. Uh, okay, let me also use one more over here. So this I have launched code editor via PowerShell, and that other one I used Bash shell, which is WSL I used.
Pardon. Bash shell means?
I use WSL.
Okay.
I interrupted it.
सर आफ्टर इंस्टॉलेशन ना मेरे पास गिट बैश ओपन हो रहा है.
Yeah, so
सर मैंने ना डाउनलोड करने के बाद ना गिट बैश ओपन हो रहा है.
can you try git -- version and check if it is installed or not?
Yeah, I have checked it. It is fine in the global also, in the global environment. But I'm not understanding whether we are installing Git. Suppose I do not want to install Git globally, then what is the difference between that? I will
Sir,
keep
it shows installed.
for each particular project, because in the previously made one project we initialized it with that virtual environment only, and it was working with that only. But now we are installing in the same virtual environment.
How can we connect? कैसे हम connect कर सकते हैं उस email ID को सर?
Let's go one by one.
Okay.
So Git installation is nothing like you do it globally or locally. You have different environments right now. If it is you have installed it for Windows, then it works in Windows. If you have installed it in your WSL, it works for WSL, and both of them are isolated. They have got nothing to do with each other.
मतलब वो दूसरे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में हो जाएगा, वो दूसरे.
Okay. And one thing, and the repository we are creating, the one way by logging through the email ID and going to the GitHub site, one way, and the second way we create on the WSL command line also. So both you guide us.
Yeah, there is one GH command line tool that lets you install.
Yeah.
We won't be talking about that in today's session.
Yeah. That was
right. So yeah, just in case if somebody don't have a GitHub account, just go here and create one for yourself. I'm not going to show that. So I have already created one GitHub repo, and over here I can add.
GitHub repo is mandatory to create first.
Yes, you need to create a GitHub repo, or else you can even create a local repository and then push the changes later. And this is just one file. It doesn't have anything.
We have to create the same thing right now?
No, you don't have to. I'm just showing it in this.
Code Panda, sir, where we have to do this? In GitHub?
No, I was just showing how you can create a file via visually on GitHub. So by clicking on these buttons, also you can create files and upload files as well. If there is something on your machine.
Here, what I understand, Zevraj 18 is a repository under which you have created test1 file, is it?
So Jivraj18 is my username, under which I have created test1s1 repository, and that have one file test.py that I have created.
Okay.
Alright, so this identifies me, and under my name there can be multiple repositories. So now I have gone to a specific repository that belongs to me, and in that I'm looking at what all files are there.
Okay.
It has to be followed by your username and then GitHub repository name, and then it will show all the files. And so far what we have done is we have just created one file via UI, and we can even upload it from here.
प्लीज सर एक सेकेंड, यहाँ पे जब हमने ओवरव्यू एक आ रहा है, ऊपर में ओवरव्यू एक आ रहा है रिपोजिटरीज, और जब मैं
I cannot see overview anywhere. Hello?
No, overview
आ रहा ना वो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में नहीं, मतलब जहाँ पे मेरा मेन पेज ओपन है वहीं पे ओवरव्यू दिखाई दे रहा है, और फिर रिपोजिटरीज आ रहा है, फिर प्रोजेक्ट्स आ रहा है, इस तरीके का लेआउट नहीं आ रहा जैसे आपका आ रहा है।
सर प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर है, प्रोजेक्ट पे क्लिक करना पड़ेगा।
I don't know, you might be on this page and I have already created one GitHub repository. So I'm on a specific
प्रोजेक्ट।
अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट में है क्या सर?
हाँ प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर क्लिक करो, उसके बाद ये वाला विंडोज आएगा, जो भी प्रोजेक्ट है उस पर क्लिक करो रिपोजिटरी के अंदर।
हाँ आ गया, और उसमें कोड वाला ऑप्शन आया जैसे सर का आ रहा है ना,
हाँ
वैसे ही आया है। और यहाँ पे
कोई
लेकिन
न्यू फाइल क्रिएट करो, कोई दिक्कत।
अपलोड का ऑप्शन कहाँ है फाइल का?
ऐड फाइल
नहीं यहाँ पे तो आ रहा है, बट मेरे में तो क्विक सेटअप लिखा हुआ है।
पहले रिपोजिटरी क्रिएट करेंगे ना, उसके बाद ही आएगा। कोई एक रिपोजिटरी क्रिएट
हो गया, रिपोजिटरी सेम पेज आ रहा है, पुल रिक्वेस्ट एक्शन प्रोजेक्ट्स में कुछ भी नहीं है। न्यू प्रोजेक्ट बनाना पड़ेगा क्या पहले?
हाँ बनाना पड़ेगा, उसमें खाली स्पेस आ रहा होगा ना।
हाँ द प्रोजेक्ट में 0 है,
उसमें नाम लिख दो।
Guys, it's getting recorded and
okay,
let's move on.
Okay. Let us move on.
Can we have one session like the host can finish the normal session what he is going to do it for today, then we can have all the
correct.
Yeah, even I agree. I mean, there is too much of
because there are
sir, one thing, you can mute everyone. Mute everyone.
Please finish the host. Whatever host want to finish, let him finish, because 100 people are there. This is a request for everybody. 100 people are waiting. Let the host finish what he wants to finish. Then we can have sessions separately for the doubts of individual
person. Let us have some discipline. Raise your hand and then ask question. You just don't interrupt the whole class.
Yeah, I request host to mute everyone.
Almost 40 minutes have passed, and
yes,
I don't see like we have started something. Thank you.
Okay. So far I have just created one folder, and now we have one GitHub repository which is present under my name. So I will just clone this repository and I will select this option which is for SSH setup. So I will later explain you why I have selected this option. Cannot be this key is not known. Okay, so now I could not establish the connection, and since it's a public repo, what I'm going to do is I know why it's the case, because I will have to set up the SSH agent so that it lets me read the remote repositories or make some commits to that. Even I can just use GPT to answer this. Get this. So as it says, we are not linked to GitHub. So there is some way we can actually link to GitHub. So let's see what it is suggesting, how we can link to GitHub. So here it have given these steps to link to GitHub. And if I look at, these are the files. So there will be some files which lets us establish a connection from our local machine to remote repositories on GitHub.
सर अभी हम अगर रश में चलेंगे ना तो यहाँ पे केवल 2-3 लोग जिनको पहले से आता है ना वो तो कर लेंगे, लेकिन यहाँ 80 लोग नहीं कर पाएंगे।
सर ये बहुत फास्ट हो रहा है सर। आप
आप
स्विच कर
सर
रहे हैं
अब
विंडोज,
चाहते हैं कि वही लोग सीखे कि जिनको पहले से नॉलेज है, प्री नॉलेज वाले के जो सब है उनको नॉलेज में आए।
नहीं स्क्रीन फास्ट करेंगे तो हमको समझ में तो नहीं आ रहा है कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली, यू वांट टू रश ओनली टू दोस पीपल जिनको पहले से आता है।
Okay, so did you manage to create a GitHub repo?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you clone that GitHub repo? Did you try cloning it via SSH
No,
option?
this step is pending. This step is pending.
Yeah, that's all I have done so far, and I have got some error. So I was explaining about why I have got this error.
Okay.
And to resolve this error, we now need to set up SSH. So that's what we are going to do now. And even if you just create a GitHub, this error you will get it. So now let's create a key pair. So over here I will be using my account to tag
these steps are required to learn, no, sir, because you are typing SSH keygen. How we will remember it? We have to search somewhere. No? So some steps are required.
At a later point of time, I mean, let us not jump. Hello, I mean, I think there is a lot of disturbances coming from it. It is not about learning or learning slow. Let the instructor finish it. You can go and refer back to the videos and come back and put your questions in discourse.
How can I put these codes, because hundreds of codes
do
are
not
there.
jump into the class just like this and you are
No. Without learning, how can I move forward? No. How can I move forward because we are not learning?
No. Don't do this. You are disturbing 100 people on the class.
No. What I'm telling. Suppose something is to be learned, then we cannot learn the next one, no? Because it is based on that. How can you say I'm jumping in? How can you say I'm jumping in?
Sir,
without
but
learning, I cannot go ahead.
Happen when we observe.
This class is for that, no?
Okay,
this is class for learning, no?
So learning can only happen when we observe. So we can just wait and do the instructor. Let the instructor do his job.
Yeah, what I told.
Listen, sir. Listen, it's not possible to learn everything at that moment only.
Yes.
So please don't interrupt and let us finish the things. Okay? Yeah.
What I'm telling.
I'm also not understanding many things, but I understand later on. I was the same lecture and I understand. So please don't disturb.
See about
no. What I am telling is that
it is a serious class and respect others' time and let the instructor finish first.
It's getting very difficult, sir. Please mute the others. Sir,
please mute everyone, sir. It is every step these people are jumping and disturbing the class. Doesn't work.
Just to finish one step, sir, and then take the questions. Okay, we will not disturb at all. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Finish one thing and then take the questions. Okay. Okay.
I can name it anything, and I will just keep the default name, or let me call it TDS, or no, rather call it GitHub. Actually, it can be for some other account as well, some other providers. And passkeys I don't need now. So now if I rerun this same,
Your
Sir,
screen is not
your
visible.
screen is stuck.
Yeah, your screen is stuck, sir.
let me reshare it. Is it visible now? All
Now
right.
it is okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It is okay.
So if I run this command, and if I will have to give the path of the key that we need to store. So actually all your keys must be in this folder. All right. I have already jumped in this folder, or else I can just copy path till here, and then I can name it GitHub. That's because it belongs to GitHub, and I can even put Jivraj_18 so that it knows this is the account that this key is created for, just to unify it. Now we can see these two files have been created. One is GitHub_Jivraj_18, and another is with .pub extension. So this is your private key. So this has to be these are two secrets, and one of these keys we will be uploading to GitHub so that GitHub lets us connect to connect us to remote GitHub repositories, so that we can read them and make some changes to the repositories. Now, before doing that, I will have to so first I will have to go to probably settings, and then SSH key and GPG key. So I already have some keys over here, and this has been created a lot earlier. So maybe this is for some other machine. So this I can title something, and title can be TDS, not TDS. What should I open to? This is to uniquely identify this machine, so I'm just putting some name because I have some other PCs. Okay. And now over here I will have to select authentication key, and then I will have to paste this file to the SSH keys over there. So I can cat this public file. I will have to paste to this key box. Okay, so this we have never used it, and it have access to read and write permissions. Now, what is the next step that we need to follow? So far, we haven't still checked whether we have connected to GitHub. Yes.
Sir, can you explain a bit about after the folder has been created, what we have done?
Yeah, so after folder have been created, we run one command that is to generate. So basically now we tried to clone it. First we tried to clone it, and then we failed to clone it. So then I put this thing into GPT, and it asked me to set up SSH because I'm using SSH way of authenticating,
Please, please paste this whole commands in the chat box, please.
Yeah, this command, all these commands are here, so you can reference it after session ends. Okay, these commands are there in this file, which have how to install the GitHub and then how you can configure it. It has some extra commands as well,
That's great,
how
sir.
you
We can follow
configure
that.
your username and email address and all these things are there. Okay.
Thank you.
So now we wanted to test whether this connection has been established or not. And we can see that permission denied, and this we have already pasted. So why is that? Now let's ask GPT back, and I will now say I have pasted as public SSH key to GitHub. I cannot connect. Okay, we have already checked that we have public and private keys. So yeah, this is where it have got me. So sometimes key exists, so existing key does not get loaded. So in that case, you will have to run this command. And let's first see which all keys are being loaded. Would not open a connection on your authentication. So we'll first have to add the private key that we created, and the name was
Sir?
Yes?
After the command, it is asking for putting GitHub username.
It's asking for your GitHub username configuration, right?
Yes.
Yes. So follow these two commands. I mean, it have all these two commands might need you to use. I will also get to that state. So far, I haven't got to that state.
नो सर, मैं उसकी बात नहीं कर रहा. आपने कमांड मुझे बोला था जहाँ पे मैंने क्लोन करा था गिट को, तो यूजर नेम फॉर git.com करके कॉलन करके आया, तो उस पे यूजर नेम कौन सा पुट करना है? व्हाट यूजर नेम वी हैव टू पुट देयर?
Okay, so your username is let me just go to GitHub, and when you click on profile, it shows this URL, right? So this is your GitHub username. Okay.
Password? Yeah,
so I think you are trying to clone a repo, right? Okay, Mayur, I will talk about what you are doing. Probably, I think you are using HTTPS ways of using Git to make changes. I will talk about how it is different from what we are doing. Okay, let me first complete what I'm doing.
Yeah, this one is SSH.
It to be done in WSL, na?
Yes, we are doing it in WSL, but there are different ways of authenticating. One is via HTTPS protocol, and another is via establishing SSH connections. And I will explain why we are using SSH connections.
But I am doing the same step you are performing on. That's why Git clone has been done, na? On the WSL.
Okay, we'll check out your error later. Okay. Probably, did you copy it from here? Or did you copy from SSH option?
नो द लिंक प्रोवाइडेड सर, जो लिंक दिया गया ना लाइव सेशन गिटहब करके एक लिंक था जहाँ पे आपने 5th स्टेप पे लिखा है क्लोन द रेपोजिटरी, उसको
Okay.
मैंने WSL में पेस्ट करा।
Okay, did you do these two steps?
नहीं ये नहीं करा।
Okay, so you will have to do this first, which is step 2.
Sir, please proceed, sir. Further. We'll take the doubts later on, sir.
So let me now test it again if it's now able to do something. This is verbose testing. I don't want verbose testing, just normal testing is fine. Okay, yeah, now we have got access to the GitHub, and I think now I will just go back to where I was. And let's try to clone it again. Via same SSH method. Okay, yeah, now I have managed to clone it. So now I have got the same files on my local machine. So this is the test file, and if I open it in VS Code editor, it will. Okay, so now right now we have one file over here, and let me create some extra files. Let's create one server file that actually runs a server. And let me use fast API, which is as part of week 2 module. It is there. I'm copying this boilerplate from here. And I will also remove all these endpoints. Just keep a get endpoint that also does not receive any list or anything. So they can remove this as well. Okay. So we have one servers that I'm going to launch. So what server is right now? Any website that you see is actually running on some server. So right now you cannot see the port number and all those things, but that's because of DNS that is playing the role. So now I will just start this server. Okay, I will have to first install UV because I just created this virtual machine. Okay, now I have got UV installed, and let me just run the server. Okay, so now I can see that I can open this browser on my local machine, and you guys won't be able to view it as of now because it's running on my local machine. Even if I provide you this URL, if it's not something that is running on your machine, you won't be able to see it. Now we have got one setup that is running on my machine. I will just push it to my GitHub, and let's say my friend wants to make some changes to it, so he can collaborate over there. So first I will have to track these files. So this file is not being tracked by GitHub as of now. So if I just do git status. So in GitHub, we have something called branches. So where branches plays a role, that is mostly for different features. You can keep it on different branches. So right now you see this main branch. Okay. So this main branch is by default. So this is GitHub keeps it as a default branch. So whenever you visit somebody's GitHub, it will by default open main branch. And now you can change branch from, so it will list all the branches. If you click on view all branches, it will list all these different branches. And active all of, so these are all the branches. And then what is this branch? This is TDS 2025-05. So this is, we had content of last term on this branch, which is this another branch, right? So this is concept of branching. So you can keep, that's for different features having on different branches. So right now, don't focus on that much on this thing. I mean, you can store different things on different branches, that's all. Yeah, so over here we have, this is for last term, this is for last to last term, this is for last to last to last term. Like that.
One repository can have many branches, is it?
Yeah, one repository can have many branches.
Okay.
Okay. So by default, we are on main branch, right? When you did git status, you show what on which branch you are on, and then it will also show which all files you have modified or you are not tracking those files. Now, if you want to track a file, you do git add and then name of that file. Okay, so this is the file that I want to track. And why I want to track? Because I want to push it to GitHub. So I want to push these changes to here. Now, after adding, I will have to commit. So commit is like we can put any message. I can say created a server that accepts requests on, yeah, this much comment is fine. Yeah. Before making any comment, it is asking me to tell my account, my username and email. So let me do this very quickly. Email is 22F3002542@bs.distillery.iitm.ac.in. Git config -global user.name, and this has to be branch -18. And now I can make a commit. And now if I do git status, it shows your branches ahead by one commit, which is your local version is ahead or of what is there on GitHub. So the changes that is there on GitHub are the previous one. So basically you are one step ahead. So you have, every time you do a commit, it counts it as one step ahead of your previous one. Now I will do git push so that it goes to my GitHub repository. Permission denied. Could not read remote. Make sure write access. Okay. Git remote. We managed to.
So I guess there's a problem with Windows credentials.
Windows credentials.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is that?
If you can type in Windows start button.
Windows
No.
status.
In the start menu, start.
Okay.
Yeah, Windows 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 credentials. Hi, yeah, this one. So here, once you click there, yeah, you can see GitHub below generic credentials. So which account is linked? Maybe some different account is linked to there. If you click on this, yeah, is the same. Okay.
No, that's a different one. But that's on my Windows machine.
Because I encounter similar problems, so that's why sometimes problems here only. So GitHub account is okay, right? The same account.
No, it's not the same account actually.
Jibras 21 is not your current account, which you are pushing right now.
No, that's a different account.
Then yeah, because it can only be unique. That's what I'm saying. Because you can push in on Jibras 21, that's for sure. But on that I cannot research. So you have to delete here, like maybe.
Yeah, I have got you what you are trying to tell me, but I'm not able to understand why these credentials were not registered, because right now I'm using Jivraj 18.
Okay.
These credentials I'm using on my Windows machine. So
Okay, Linux maybe it could be like this. Yeah.
yeah, let's ask GPT about what the issue is.
Those are probably registered by GitHub CLI.
Sorry, come again.
Those are probably registered by GitHub CLI, the GH command, if you have used previously by any chance.
No, I don't have GitHub CLI installed on my machine. And I mean, what the other person was saying was correct. It did not register my credentials, but why that is the case is what I wanted to know. Because I deleted the credentials. Okay, I have some credential. Credential.
So I confirm with ChatGPT. He said that it's possible with SSH. Whatever you are doing is possible with that. Different accounts you can do.
Okay, so how do we fix that?
It's telling some SSH methods like. Let me check. Wait. So it's a little long process. It's telling that to generate new SSH key for WSL, which you probably have done it with email, I guess.
Yeah, that I have already done.
Yeah. So
Can you see that SSH minus T, that option, and see which username you are using? Are you using
Yeah,
yes
it was
WSL or
showing
Windows?
me GitHub Jivraj 18. Actually, I
Do you
checked
have
that
the
out.
same name for Windows and both WSL?
I pasted on chat. You can check if.
On my Windows machine, it's a different account. If I will show you the Windows one as well. Okay, permission denied. And why is that? already works, but
Sir, maybe try reloading your developer environment.
yeah. So last time we checked, we were able to. Okay, okay. Let me do one thing. Let me try to push it from this terminal instead of using this terminal. I don't know. There might be some issues with this one. That will check later if there is some issue with that one. Let's first check. Because over here I can see when I try to check for the connection, I can. Yeah, I can see I have already been connected to it. So let me do git push over here. And I am now able to make changes to the repository, and that's the correct repository that I wanted to make changes to.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, I got the issue in the VS Code. You are running the WSL terminal actually.
Yes, I am running the WSL terminal, and in here as well, this is the WSL terminal.
VS Code doesn't update, so we have to reload VS Code. That's the main problem. I also face the same problem.
Okay, yeah, let's reload VS Code in window.
Yeah, it can happen.
And let's check if this connection is now active or not. Okay, still I get this.
Sir, close VS Code and then start.
No, just close the terminal.
I close all VS.
Okay. Okay, I don't know.
You need to run the SSH add command again, maybe.
SSH add command.
Yeah.
But that I don't have to do it again and again for every single terminal. That should just be done once.
It should be done once only, no? Then
Yeah,
after that, only just push it.
Yes, yeah. That's whole. That was the point of using SSH.
Actually,
that's why I mean you can even use HTTPS. If you use HTTPS, then what you have to do is it will ask you for the password.
the
Somebody
access
tried,
token.
right? Somebody from a student side, they already tried. So over there, you will have to use password.
Actually, on my machine, the same problem happens, and I have to use SSH add after every reboot. So I think that might be the problem.
No, you don't have to add it again and again.
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
in
Maybe
case of
after I reboot my machine, it will work probably.
You need to maybe update your config also, because there are two SSH keys you have.
Yeah,
This
but my
.ssh
SSH
config.
key that is in that is for Windows, right? That should
So
not.
let us do the another thing, and you will come when it is resolved. Then we will standard thing must be learned. Then it will be better. So we will also try. So because the time is limited, so we can go ahead with other things, and this will when it is resolved. Then just share the updates in the discourse. We will try it the steps.
Yeah, yeah,
It is better, no?
yeah,
rather than trying here.
yeah. Agree.
We will also try. I think it will be resolved. In the system command also it was there.
Yeah. Okay. So far, anyone wanted to ask anything? You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have connected my project to the GitHub. Now my Visual Studio is connected. After that, I just want to know what steps I need to do.
So you have connected your GitHub
With Visual
your local
Studio.
machine. And did you try making a push to your GitHub repo?
Push command, please sir, paste that command. I literally wanting to do that. मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कनेक्ट तो हो गया बट करना क्या है उसके बाद.
Yes, run these three commands. And instead of file, use the file name. Okay, so why we have to use Linux is because, yeah, I mean, okay, let's ask GPT. Why we have to use Linux for tools in data science course? Which commands, which tools we will get difficulty running in something like this. Yeah, this is one place where you use it, and another place is when you want to Dockerize it. Then you need a because Docker is supported only for Linux. Docker desktop is there, but Docker
So it
CLI
also
only for
it,
Linux. It's there.
it also states it for research purpose. So that's a unique thing which I found right now in ChatGPT. It has written.
This
Yes.
question, what
Yeah.
we put here in the
On top.
GPT,
Yeah. Most
is
tutorials, research papers. So how like research paper like this is interesting.
question. Sir, we put here in the question, what people put in the GPT, can we put the same question on the WSL with LLM code on the command line? The same answer will come or the different answer will come?
I have never tried that because over here I have given context to the repo. If you look at the first one, I have given access to. I have given the name of this repo. I mean,
Okay,
the location
the
of that
such,
repo.
yeah, the such context can be put in that LLM also, or it is only for this chat GPT app?
I mean, ChatGPT have those tools which can actually read GitHub repos and external resources it can read from. I don't know about
Okay.
that CLI one.
Okay.
If you have access to.
CLI,
Probably it
we
doesn't
have
have.
we have to learn, right, for
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you can try it out. It's just a small prompt. Okay, Manoj, you want to ask something?
Yeah, sir. I am basically, sir. My humble suggestion, sir. You can try later on, and once you get the things confirmed, we can just retell us, sir, because we were not able to understand what you are telling today, sir.
Correct, correct. It is better to in the next spell we can do another thing so that we can learn at least one thing. And one thing we will, if you like to explain the SSH key and the HTTPS key, the difference between the two and the utility of both, so that you can understand it, and we will try our own with quotes given in the GitHub page.
So there is
Sir,
not
excellent.
much
Let's
of it.
revisit this portion maybe sometime later. Let us proceed to the next one, please, sir. We only have half an hour left.
Sir, just a quick question related to UV. So, in today's session, sir told about the PYEVN or something like that tool. In
PYEV.
PyEV. Oh yes, PyEV. So we need to use that, or is come under UV also, because in the that documentations they mentioned that UV is meant to replace that all the test tools. But I don't find any command related to create a local Python version like in PyEV.
Okay, you are talking about pip probably, right?
No pip, no
No,
PYENV.
that it
Yeah, Py
PyEV is the
Python.
environmental file which will
Yeah,
create, like it is kind of a what you do, like when you do UV and the command, it will update all,
No,
or
no,
it will
no. I
download all
think
the.
that Pi V and V thus they VU UV is only creating that, maybe some adding some
Yeah,
maybe
if you
libraries and
do.
a little bit that. But in local versions, I think we need that uh, Pi in A and V, because in the today's session also sir mentioned that to creating in local. Because always that Pi U and V also using like in global version of Python also.
there are
Okay,
two
so
commands in that: PyEnv and PyEnv local, PyEnv global.
yeah, so you
Step
asked
6.
about creation of virtual environments. Actually, you can do it via UV, VE, and V. So it
Okay.
lets you create a virtual environment, and it will be named as .venv, and it works just like Python hyphen and mvenv.
So we can download another version of Python that also,
We can
other
download.
than our global version. Like we
You,
have
you, you
nine
can.
Python 3.9 version in global, and we want to download Python 3.12 version in my local that version also. So
Okay, so
we can do by UV that.
yeah, let's ask this thing. Possible to use a different version of Python
In my local
in
Python
my
also,
local.
See, I will
project
tell you one
project
thing.
for
I also got one error while
Yeah.
running UV. So for running UV, you should have one basic version of Python that is maybe 3.2 or something. So on top of that, you will run the UV command.
Okay, it suggests that this is how you can do, and let's check if this hyphen hyphen Python is actually a flag or not. Just to validate. So these are all the flags, and let me write it out to some temporary file. Yeah, so this actually you can use. Yeah, so it lets you put Python as in flag, and then you can specify what version of Python you want to
okay,
use.
okay, okay. So So we can use this this command also, or we can, if we want to, maybe in specific version want to download specific version of Python, we can use pyenv. And like if then we do not use that this command.
No, you can use UV to have a specific Python version, right? That's what is being shown here.
No, one point I will tell. For running UV, your laptop should have 3.8 version of Python. If you have lower version, you can't run UV. If you have 3.8 version of Python, then onwards you can use UV, and then you can check any other Python version like UV minus that
Okay,
command.
okay, sir. Please
3.8.
proceed, sir. We are not. We are running out of time, sir.
Yeah, already. Yeah, we can talk about something like we have 27 minutes. So all of you have already installed VS Code, right? And how
Yes,
many
sir.
of you know about GitHub Copilot? Just quickly raise your hands.
I was
Have
using I was using in the this VS Code, but it was not connecting in the Copilot because student version was not installed in my GitHub perhaps.
Yeah, okay. So
It was required to a student pack, no, it was not working.
yeah.
Sir, we have to create our GitHub account using that live session what you have given in the link. Seeing that.
I mean, GitHub account you can create it by going over here.
No, but in Linux, for Linux.
For Linux,
Git installation.
installation of
Git installation in Linux.
you want to install Git on Linux, right?
Is that tutorial is given in the link that you shared? No.
Yes, it's there.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, 1 minute. In my this Linux, it is showing that I mean in VS Code it is showing Git Bash is showing. So is that okay, or whether I can use the same?
Yeah, so if you click on this drop down, one
Yeah.
of the options would be WSL,
Yeah.
whatever, whether it's Ubuntu or some other distribution, but there has to be some option with WSL that you will require while using Docker. Okay.
Okay. Actually, what happened is when I in mine it was giving some error that is Ubuntu 24.0 for WSL. I'm using that. It is exiting with some code. Okay, then again manually I added with the help of ChatGPT. So that doesn't have that bracket WSL.
Sir,
Okay,
we
we'll
also
look at
need.
your screen later.
Sir,
Uh,
we also need WSL extension also, so we can connect with that sometime.
WSL
The
VS Code
VS
extension.
Code extension.
Yeah, let's ask this to GPT.
So, what did you reply? I didn't get that.
Yeah, let's ask to GPT.
Okay.
Can I use WSL extension for VS Code? Does it work for all? Does it work for particularly for Docker? It needs to. Okay, yeah. So, but you still need to install WSL. Even if you have installed WSL extension, it doesn't
Okay.
mean that
So
you will be
it
able
just
to
connect
run
WSL
commands.
with VS Code like that. It's a bridge.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bridge between VS Code and WSL. It lets you use features of Linux in VS Code if you have installed WSL, but you still need to install WSL. Okay, so let me just quickly introduce you to GitHub Copilot. So basically, all of us probably we have used sometime for writing code, like how give me the code for fast API server with course enabled, something like this. So this I'm chatting in web version, and this is how I can this I can copy paste it in here and then make changes to all those files, right? And then if I have to do some changes, let's say this server is already here and I want to add another endpoint, either I create it manually over here, or else I give context, or else I ask to make some changes. How do I better explain it? Okay, one thing I can show is, yeah, let's say for example you want to add something new to our course content, right? And recently we added hugging face spaces, and this content, it was some of the videos and things were later added, but it was created via not this one, but it was created basically via Claude AI. Actually, I used Claude, and what I did was I just gave context to I will just copy this, and I will show how we can create new content using this one. So create content for Pytentic AI in the for the framework Pytentic AI in the same format as this file. Include videos YouTube video links code and let's see what it generates. Okay, is it a valid URL? Okay, it's not a valid URL. Oh, it was a URL to web probably. That's why. Yeah, so it have created the content, but it was not able to find out the video. Sometimes it does the good job of figuring out videos as well, but sometimes your prompt has to be better so that it finds out. Or so yeah, it have almost created this content, right? So I can copy it and add a new file to this GitHub repo and create a pull request, and that can be added to the course. But before I add it, anyway, I have to do the validation if all these things are correct or not. And the same if there are a lot of files are here, and I clone this repo and let me clone it somewhere. CD.
You clone the repository from GitHub to your local machine.
Yes, I cloned this repository from GitHub to my local machine, and since it was a public repository, anyone can clone it. If it was if a private repository, then only collaborators can clone it.
Okay, and vice versa is also possible. If we have a folder in our local machine, then the same can be created in the clone in the repository of the GitHub also.
Vice versa.
Vice versa, if you have some folder and some files in our local machine, the same can be cloned to the repository also in our.
Yeah, same you can push to a remote repository.
Okay. Okay.
If it's your repository, then you can push it to a remote repository, or otherwise you create a pull request.
Okay. Okay.
If it's somebody else's repository, then you have to create a pull request, and then whoever are the collaborators to that repository, they have to accept your request.
Okay. Okay.
So I can feed this file. So this agent mode is what I have to enable, and then this is what I am using as of now. So these are different models that I can use. I will tell you how I got this feature over here, and I can ask create a new module on usage of Pydantic AI framework that includes videos from YouTube and code snippets. Yeah, so this is what I can just prompt. Okay. Oh, I did not ask it to follow the same structure. Follow the same format as Hugging Face space as well. Okay.
Now it may create because it was connecting to the external YouTube page.
Yeah, it was. It tried to make a connection to external YouTube.
I took permission also.
Yeah, it took permission as well. So I think it looked for some resources, and let's see what it looked for. I think it will pick one of these top ones.
Okay.
So I can see a Pydantic AI anywhere. So like what you are doing, trying to do, like I'm not understanding overview.
Yeah, it's a framework. You would have heard about the other frameworks like.
Yeah, I have heard, but like this is in our course, this Pydantic AI.
This is not in our course as of now, but we are planning to get it into our course
Okay, in this term only.
in this term.
Okay, so is it there in like GitHub or any guide, like you have shared one
No,
GitHub?
right now we haven't created content for it.
Okay, sir.
I'm just showing.
Got it.
Which video it have found out. The AI agent framework winner. This is the video that I have found out. Yeah, this is the video that I have found out. And I guess he explains about why Pydantic AI, what is Pydantic AI. So this I can review, and if I have to change, if I want to make any changes to what it have generated, it's a 510 lines of it's a 510 lines of markdown. So first, before making any push to repo, I will have to validate it. So that's there. So yeah, you can use this GitHub Copilot to
How to push in that in our code? Just here, just give the steps. How to suppose we did in the Copilot, and suppose it is okay in this Hugging Face spaces.md. We have to push these codes into that, or another file will be created.
Yeah, so now we have created one more file, right? This is .md file. Yeah,
okay, so another file it will be created in the same GitHub, right? No?
Yeah, in the same repository.
Okay.
Then you actually do that same steps, which is you first git add that new file which was created, which is file.
Add commit and push.
Yeah, first you can do git status. It shows you this is the file that you just created and you want to track it.
That is okay.
Add git commit and then git push.
Yeah, that I get.
Creates the pull request.
So what we are now confused with that, the beginning of the connection of the Git with our local machine to create the repository and making the connections, SSH keys and HTTPS keys. I request, sir, please make the steps for HTTPS also and SSH keys so you can learn properly. And you can share on the Discourse also, we will follow it.
I mean, don't go for HTTPS, because if you go for HTTPS, every time you will have to either keep your password somewhere, which is your personal access token. That's why I will suggest you to use SSH setup.
Okay. It means it will be sufficient to learn SSH only. It will work.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Second thing, so first create the SSH key connections properly so that we can, in the next session, we will do it systematically, one by one only. We will not go to the chat GPT, otherwise it will kill time. Okay, we will learn it through chat GPT also, but one sure short connection should be there, right? So that we can do it. And second thing, the Carlton sir in the last session, yesterday's session, he was doing the same thing with a GitHub, creating the repo with a GH command. That with Homebrew, they install brew, install GH, and after the GH repo create and the name of the folder, and then public push hyphen public hyphen push and hyphen source. equal to dot. The same thing was being created automatically.
Yeah. So
Then
GitHub CLI, it lets you create repositories.
yeah, so I request, because just I saw that, but I could not create that because that was on the Mac machine and we are learning on the WSL. So I will request her on the WSL that CLI command also, and this also. So give some steps in the our portal so that we can do that also.
Yeah.
I think that is more important to learn to connect. I think so, because just making changes and pushing, adding, pushing, and committing is easier. The connection making is very essential to learn. Am I right? No.
I mean, actually, so see, Carlton have created one repository via GH CLI, right? We can also create
Yeah.
a repository from a web version. So you create one web repository here, and then you can add it
Can you
to.
sir, can you create the CLI in our WSL? How to create this with this command gh repo create like
Yeah,
that?
I will just show you.
Yeah,
First,
in the yeah, please.
so over here it shows you if you already have one repository, right? So then there is one way to.
No. We don't have any repository. Then, because it was asking the login also, authorization login.
So are we finished with the today's work?
Yes.
Yes, so Shrikant, you will
Yeah.
also, even if you use GH, right? Still, you will
Yeah.
have to authenticate it.
Yeah. In the CLI also authentication was required. GH auth login.
Yeah.
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 So
So
just I wanted to the steps because that was on the Mac, so I could not grasp that. That's why I asked.
okay.
Because homebrew, because brew was there, we have not learned the brew. Brew command, the brew install GH was there, and then GH was working. But when I tried it, it was
Yeah, I shared one link or chat GPT link to
okay.
install this CLI on the WSL. Can you
Okay,
please
fine.
open that?
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
you can,
please. Yeah, please.
yeah,
Yes.
it's shared already. You can check that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very
I mean,
much.
even I am not comfortable with GHCLI, so whatever commands it gives me, I will just copy paste and they will work.
Okay.
First, I will have
Just
to
come.
install it, and then I will have to
Can you
log.
take more doubts? Sir, can we take doubts?
Yeah, sure.
Is this session over now?
Yes, I mean, yeah, you can ask your doubts.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली सर मेरे को थोड़ा ये प्रॉब्लम है मैंने अपना जो कनेक्शन था वो कंप्लीट कर लिया फाइल क्रिएट कर लिया और मेरे हिसाब से उसके अंदर वर्क कर रहा है विजुअल स्टूडियो के अंदर बट अब जब इको की बारी आई तो बैच करके कोई एरर देने लगा इको हुआ ऐसी बात नहीं इको नहीं हुआ सो मैं कुछ चाहूंगा कि आप एक बार कुछ जो ऑपरेशंस का एक बार मैं शेयर करना चाहूंगा स्क्रीन पे
Sir, are you going to take something new because we have another meeting?
I mean, I was planning to do Docker setup as well, but I will do it in some other session because now only 10 minutes are there.
Okay, so you won't take, no, because I don't want to miss the Docker and
No.
session.
I mean, there is nothing new will be coming now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, somebody was going to share their screen. I don't know who was that.
I am the one that is sharing the screen.
But I cannot see your screen actually.
Okay, sir. सर यहाँ पे ना एक प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि हम ना यहाँ से एक आपने ना एक की करा था, की करके ना वो वाला स्टेप नहीं